Will you fight? No! We will run! And we will live.
Shame on you.
This could be the greatest night of our lives. But you're gonna let it be the worst.
And I guarantee a week won't go by in your life you won't regret walking out, letting them get the best of you.
Well, I'm not going home.
We've got too far!
And I'm gonna stay right here and fight for this lost cause.
A day may come when the courage of men fails, but it is not this day.
The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
I'm not saying it's gonna be easy.
You're gonna work harder than you ever worked before.
But that's fine, we'll just get tougher with it.
If a person grits his teeth and shows real determination,
failure is not an option.
That's how winning is done.
Believe me when I say
We can break this army here.
And win just one for the Gipper.
But I say to you, what every warrior has known since the beginning of time.
You've got to get mad.
I mean plumb mad dog mean.
if you would be free men, then you must fight to fulfill that promise. Let us cut out their living guts
1 inch at a time.
And they will know what we can do!
Let no man forget how menacing we are. We are lions.
You're like a big bear, man.
This is your time.
Seize the day.
Never surrender.
Victory or death.
That's the Chicago way.
Who's with me?
Clap! Clap! Don't let him die! Clap!
All right, let's fly.
And gentlemen in England, now abed, shall
No, my name is the Lord. When I tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take
Our Independence Day.
Wow, what a stunning and emotional mishmash of scenes from the world of movies. Good day, everybody. This clip is called 40 Leader Speeches in 2 Minutes. I'm not going to ask the audience how many of you can place all of these clips, because that's not just going to give away your age, but also my own. And then secondly, this is a pre-recorded talk, so a straw poll won't actually work. But I think we can all agree that this clip gives us some excellent examples of leaders in exceptional situations. Having worked with some wonderful mentors and leaders in my 25-year-old career in the world of banking, IT, and finance, there are some home truths that I've learned along the way around the concept of leadership and being a decent human being that I want to share with you today. That's the title of my very short talk, mind you, being how to be an excellent human and as a result, an excellent leader. Let's perhaps start by defining what I view as excellence in leadership and excellence in human nature. The top search in Google returns the following when you look at human excellence. It says it's the human qualities that makes a person outstanding, exceptional, superior, or in one word, the best of one's kind in any field of human activity. Frequently, this is also synonymously used with the word virtue or moral excellence. Leadership qualities, Google describes a good leader as having integrity, self-awareness, courage, respect, empathy, and gratitude. And then it goes on something about being learning, agile, blah, blah, blah. I personally like the following definition from the Institute of Human Excellence better, and I'm going to read it off the card so that I get it right. Excellence in humanity and excellence in leadership is to strive without stress. It's intent without tension. It is purpose without pretension, and the passion to succeed with humility in your success. If we look at these definitions, and speaking from my own observation and with the advantage of my wise old age, turning 53 soon, it is clear that you cannot be an excellent leader if you're not also an excellent human being. But as you'll see from the slide, I've added the word usually in here, because history has given us some really prime examples of leaders that you don't necessarily want to invite to a braai at your house this coming Saturday. But luckily, the vast majority of leaders out there have also turned out to be exceptional human beings. My own two personal favorites being Barack Obama and our dear Madiba, who has captured the hearts and the minds of not only our nation, but the rest of the world. But let's get to some tips that I wish to share with you. The first one, if you look at social media these days or you listen in on conversations, the disease of self-pity, or what Skip Ross refers to as plum, poor little old me, seems to be almost more pervasive than load shedding. When something doesn't go your way in life, your first reaction is to moan and to say the universe is against me. Why do bad things always happen to me? It's not my fault. People just don't like me. Or my own personal worst favorite, if there's such a phrase, is I deserve this. Self-pity, coupled with a growing sense of entitlement and wokeness in our society, can cause so much damage, not only to you, but also to the people around you. If you are constantly wallowing in a pit of self-pity, you will find that you are limiting your own growth and your own potential by refusing to accept any accountability or responsibility for your actions. And you will eventually end up destroying the respect of the people that you value the most. Remember that an excellent human and an excellent leader does not feel sorry for himself or for herself. Once you've stopped wasting your precious energy on feeling sorry for yourself, you very soon realize that the key to excellence is to actually do the work. The principle is called Tanstaffel, very nice English word. There ain't no such thing as a free lunch. Nothing worth having ever comes easy or ever comes for free. It is only by being determined, focused, and persistent on what you wish to achieve that you will reap the rewards of your hard work and your dedication. Remember, a leader leads by and inspires by example. You cannot moan about the level of corruption in South Africa and the graft that's going on, but then at the rugby you brag about how you got out of a speeding fine by slipping the cop R100 note. Or you do the bare minimum at work, but come bonus time you feel unappreciated and unloved because you don't get a big fat bonus. That doesn't quite add up now, does it? In a work environment, if you are working hard and you are getting your hands dirty on the tasks of the day, you will find that this inspires the members of your team to, in turn, step up and show up and do their best. The saying goes that you catch more bees with honey than with vinegar. The key to bringing out the best not only in yourself but in the people around you is to understand that people are not all the same. Some of us are extroverted and outgoing, and some of us, like me for example, very introverted and timid and quiet. There's several behavioral models out there, or personality type models, that can lead you around this path of finding the personality types that's around you. The best one, probably what we call the color model, where the red or extremely extroverted people are on one side of the spectrum, with the very introverted people showing up as blue on the spectrum. In order to lead and in order to inspire, you need to understand that people are different, and you need to be able to speak to the strength of each of these personality types. Understand what motivates, but also what demotivates the people around you, and then ensure that you know how to adopt your approach and your tone and the words you use to bring the best out in the people that you work with. In order to grow in excellence, you must have a constant thirst for learning and gathering more knowledge. And you must never, ever, ever think that you know it all. You need to surround yourself with people that inspire you, with people that challenge you. You need to have an open mind, and you need to learn from other cultures and people from different walks of life. If you just spend time with the same people over and over again, doing the same things over and over again, how will you ever stretch? How will you ever grow? Or if you just surround yourself with people that blindly agree with everything you say or do and never challenge you or provide you with constructive criticism, let's call them groupies for want of a better word, how will you ever know where you can improve? Incidentally, some of the best growth opportunities that I've had during the course of my career has not always been from more senior, more experienced or older people, but very often from junior, younger people that bring a fresh perspective to dealing with problems and issues. A true human and a fearless leader is never, ever afraid to admit that they've made a mistake. How else are we going to learn but to fail, get up, dust ourselves off, and then just try again? Always keep in mind that failure is not a disease. It's not something to be afraid of. It's not something to be ashamed of. But the key is to always remember the lesson that you've learned out of the failure. Because once you grasp the lesson, you will grow and you will very seldom, if ever, make the same mistake twice. The flip side of owning your mistake is owning and celebrating your wins. As human beings, we crave recognition and we crave acknowledgement from our peers around us. But unfortunately, society these days don't always give you the recognition that you deserve. So when you achieve a goal or a task that you've set yourself, doesn't matter whether it's big or small, celebrate it, guys. Celebrate and believe that you can do more and can do better. Give yourself the proverbial pat on the back and a "you rock star you." This form of self-motivation and positive internal talk not only fills up your, what I call, emotional petrol tank, but it gives you that go to just achieve more and to drive harder and to do better next time around. Getting to my final tip, I told you it was going to be a very short story. In everything you do, in everything you say, a real leader, a real person is always authentic. You're always true to your nature. You don't play dirty politics, and you behave the same regardless of the situation or the people in the room. No false pretenses or adapting your personality to suit the mood or the audience. A true leader is consistent and fair in his or her approach. Your people need to know that your values and your approach is not up for sale, does not change with the seasons. This allows everybody to be able to trust you, to rely on you and not question your integrity. Trust me, people can very easily see through poses or masks or false fronts being held up for the world out there. And the moment that they lose their respect and belief in you, the game is lost. In closing, final words from my side. Growing as a human, growing as a leader is never easy. It's a constant journey. It is an active, positive mindset that you need to have. But I think you will agree with me that it is truly the only journey worth taking. Thank you for your time.